Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome back to Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. As usual, the game gives recaps for us. So we continue and let it do so. A story so far. Having reunited with Layton, our heroes begin their ascent of the towering pagoda. Solving every puzzle barring their way, the group steadily climbs each of the pagoda's floors. Slowly, challenge by challenge, the group approaches the top floor, where the future Layton awaits. Actually, it kind of stepped ahead of us a bit. We haven't started to solve most of the puzzles yet. Alright. Look around for some hint coins. There's not too many objects I can click on, actually, here. No more? Okay, move on. What a gloomy place! You think so? I actually like how there are dragons everywhere. Oh no, it's them. Didn't they say they were gonna pummel us next time they saw us? Oh, fantastic. This is already turning out badly. So, you're the scoundrel who bullied my poor underling. That's going to cost you, lad. Look who went crying to his boss. I've never seen such bravery. Quiet, you! What was I supposed to do back there? I was outnumbered! There, I understand. You're a small fellow and you knew you had no chance of stopping us. So you got your big lug of a boss to do dirty work for you. Huh, sling all the insults you like, boy. Believe you me, if the boss allowed violence in the pagoda, I'd have pounded you one already. Since I can't do that, I'll socket you with a vicious puzzle. Would you like me to take care of this one, Luke? Don't trouble yourself with this riffraff, Professor. I can handle whatever he's dishing out. Puzzle number 92, Cave Cover-Up with 40 picarets. Oh no, it's one of these. A couple of rapscallions have hidden some stolen goods in a cave. To protect their stash, they're planning to seal off the entrance with some wood. To do so, they need to cut up boards shown below into 2 equal pieces. Where should the thieves make their cut? Oh, I'm really bad at these ones. Okay. I have 5 across total and 4 up. To make 2 even pieces... Can't make even pieces, strictly speaking. Well, I mean, obviously I can, otherwise they wouldn't give me the puzzle. But I mean, I can't cut 5 in half and 4 in half and create a 2 by 2.5 board. So, If you do something like that, obviously doesn't work. Something like this also doesn't work. Wow, that's me trying to go in a straight line with my mouse. And it was consistently weird, too. That's just weird. Alright. I could probably do something like... I mean, this obviously isn't the answer, but I mean, there's something along the lines of... That almost does something, but then I'd have these 2 extra pieces. Wait a minute. That's pretty close. It's close, but not quite there. Trying to think. Alright. Let's get a hint coin. Try counting the squares on the board. For 2 pieces to be equal, they have to have the same number of squares. Ah, right. I should be thinking about it that way more so than the 4 by 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I need 7 squares per. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, wait. No, that doesn't work. Alright, so 7 is what we need. That does it! That makes 2 equal pieces.
Allow me to present my solution.
Wow, I actually managed to do one.
I think not.
Those puzzles always break me in half. Whoops, I didn't mean to choke that way. Nice cut, you're exactly right. Seal the cave, the thieves flip one of the pieces upright as shown above. So much for that puzzle. Now what will you do? Huh, you're lucky the boss doesn't let me rough up people in here. But you can't stay here forever, and when I see you on the outside, you'd best watch your back. Yeah, what he said. They're all bark and no bite. Come on, everyone, we've got places to be. Alright, moving forward. Almost every time towards the end of the game, you have these puzzle gauntlets. But I really don't get the feeling we're towards the end of the game yet. I think this is a red herring, and this game is actually longer than most Layton games. Wait, what? You didn't tell me my tie wasn't straight! This whole room is covered in mirrors. Strange, isn't it? It's very disorienting. It's hard to know which way we should head. It seems as if we've hit a dead end. How do you think we should proceed, then, Luke? Maybe there's a hidden panel on one of the walls that we have to press to open the door here. Close, but not quite. If my guess is correct, the door out of here is hidden in the dark over there. We can't just rush headlong into the dark. There's no telling what traps could be set there. Ah, now I see what you're getting at. Are you saying this room is a puzzle, Professor? That's right, Luke. I'm about to solve our way out of here. Do we have to, like, reflect the light into the dark area? The mirror maze. Number 93, or 50 picarettes. 16 circular rooms are arranged in the square below. A beam of light shines in a straight line from each of the 4 letters A, B, C, and D. And it exits through each of the 4 yellow arrows. 2-sided mirrors in 4 of the rooms reflect the beams. Each beam passes through the number of rooms listed below its letter. Okay, identify which 4 rooms contain mirrors and the direction each mirror faces by tapping the rooms. Okay. 2-sided mirrors in 4 of the rooms reflect the beams. Each beam passes through the number of rooms listed in its letter. Alright, so this has to go through 8 rooms and pass through one of these. Oh, this one's real tricky. Wow. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this could go just straight. This one, however, has to go here. B has to end. Hold on. Let's erase that. B has to end here or here. C. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Has to be here. C has to be here, so none of these can have mirrors at all. Okay. That doesn't eliminate any options for B. Okay. A, to get 5, can only go here, so B has to go here. So that means you have to be a mirror, and you have to be a mirror. None of these can be mirrors. Marthmer, hello! Alright, D, that means D has to go through one hell of a journey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, that's its journey.
That should do the trick.
No!
I was sure my logic was sound.
Did I place more than 4 mirrors? Oh, no, 4 mirrors. Okay. 2 set of mirrors. Each beam passes through the number of rooms listed below its letter. C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Oh! The mirror's the wrong way. That's silly of me.
That should do the trick.
Whoops.
Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
Perfecto! Okay, then let's press on. It seems my theory was right on the money. This way, everyone. Alright, coin, coin. I figured it out, Marth, but don't give me hints or tips or anything. My process for tips from the chat is I have to spend all my hint coins first and then still be stuck. So I'll make it very specific when I want help from the chat. But thank you though. I know that was a silly thing to miss, but sometimes me missing silly things is part of the fun. Professor, I think this may be the top floor. We must be close now. What? What's that? The future professor's quarters are most likely on the other side of that door. But how are we supposed to make it over that huge gap? Does anyone else think this floor looks like a giant slide puzzle? An astute observation. It seems the foundation under our feet is yet another puzzle for us to solve. The future Layton sure has a flair for the dramatic. That does seem to be the case. Now to get started on this puzzle. Puzzle number 94, Dragon Bridge. 60 pickrats. The bridge is out. If you don't find a way across the room, you'll never be able to continue on. Can you figure out how to put put the 4 pieces of the dragon bridge back together? Can't walk through the spiked ball, so you need to deal with that too. Ooh, it's a sliding block puzzle. God, game, why do you keep doing this to me? All right, think ahead, Haven. Can't move you anywhere, and that won't help anyway. I can move you down here. And if I move you here, and you to the side, I'm stuck over here. So restart. I need to get this out of the way first so we can move other things. That doesn't actually help me though, does it? Sliding block puzzles. I'm gonna start with a hint already because I'm really bad at these. The upside down L goes at the top, and the L-shaped piece goes at the bottom. So this one goes at the top, this one goes at the bottom. Yeah, I gathered that from the shapes. Thanks, game. I heard this puzzle breaks people, is what I heard. So I'm not looking too forward to this. And I have to move the spike ball completely out of the way, don't I? Yeah, I definitely do. But yeah, I gathered that's how these pieces work. Thanks, game. See, that's how those fit together. So that's good to know. Let me just make sure I do that again just to see that. Memo. I'm gonna... That's where one piece goes. And that's where the other piece goes. So that means L-shape goes here, L-shape goes here. So we know what it looks like when it's done. That helps. Now if we could get it into those positions. That just traps everything. Gosh darn it, this thing is hard just to start. Definitely not doing this right. Damn it. Let's get the next hint. You need to deal with the spike ball by moving off to the left and then sliding it over against the right wall. To clear the way, move the sideways T piece to the right and slide the S piece down to the left of it. So T piece to the right, S piece down there. Now you can move the spike ball down and to the left, and if you move the L-shaped piece to the left and up, you can slide the spike ball on the way into the wall to the right. So it wants me to do this. Okay. Almost there. Look how close I am. Almost, almost, almost. Ah, the weird shape of this room ruins everything. No, I'm undoing stuff. Alright, I need you up here, and I need you to slide in here, and then I'm stuck in this position again. Damn it. Close. So close. I can feel it. Yeah, restart, restart, restart. No, I messed this one up. Ugh. I was close, but I couldn't wrap my head around the rest of that sliding block area. There. Is what it wants me to do. Doesn't really help me to move that anywhere. Nor does it help to do that. Oh, what'd I do from here? It was something like this. Yeah. Then I got this down there. Then this happened. I was stuck again. Oh, the spike ball! Just can't get rid of it. Slide the sideways T piece. Hold on, let's get back into the position it wants me in. Restart. That's not it. There. So slide the sideways T piece above the S-shaped piece and flush with the wall. Like... No. What am I doing? You go there. There we go. That's much better. Move the upside down L and the spike ball to the bottom center. You can now move the L-shaped piece to the bottom right. Wait, what? Upside down L-shaped piece. Oh, it wants that to the bottom center. Okay, but now I'm kind of stuck here too. Did you play the other Layton games too? The first two, yes. They are both blind playthroughs, and they are saved on my YouTube. Then move the sideways T-piece to the top center, as a block beneath it and to the left. Wait, what? Bottom right. It wants me to do something like this? Upside down L on the bite to the bottom center. You can now move the L-shaped piece to the bottom right, against the right wall, then move the sideways T to the top center, and... it wants this. Why does it want that? This is awful. Did it! Yes!
I've got a good feeling about this one.
God, that's awful. I hate sliding block puzzles.
Just as I suspected.
You did it! The future Layton is just on the other side of the Dragon Bridge. There, it's safe to cross now, everyone. God, that was awful. Alright, let's go. Alright, stand back. I'm going to open the door. Be careful! Who knows what the future Professor Layton has planned for us?
Excuse me, you there!
Welcome, Herschel Layton.
I demand an explanation.
Wasn't that stun gun? I could have sworn that looked like stun gun. No confirm deny in chat, please, of course, as usual.
Are you really Professor Layton?
Yes, of course. Don't you recognize your old friend?
I don't know. Something about you seems off.
Like the shape of his head, for one? The color of his skin? Well, I suppose you could go more pale over time.
Surely you recognize yourself, Herschel? Misfortune, our fortune, is a result of your ambition and genius.
What is it, Professor?
You've put on quite a show, but it's clear to me that you're nothing but a charlatan.
Oh, is that so?
Professor, what tipped you off?
Yes, what indeed? I'm all ears.
You, sir, are a fraud, and I intend to expose you for the impostor you are. Fascinating. Do continue. Luke, would you be so kind as to solve a puzzle for me? Right now, Professor? But aren't we kind of in the middle of something? Puzzle number 95, looking up. 30 picarettes. A pile of blocks has been carefully stacked. The image below is a view from the side. Wait, what? Oh, okay. The perspective is also rotated in an unknown direction. Gravity is acting on the blocks, so any block not touching the ground, or a block below it, will fall. When you're looking at the blocks from the correct angle, which direction A, B, C, or D is up? Okay, remember, we're not looking for the base of the pyramid, we're looking for the top of the pyramid. Well, it's not a pyramid, but you know what I'm trying to say. It cannot be B. Because if B was the top, C would be the bottom, and this doesn't make sense. Okay, if D is the bottom, it does not make sense, so A cannot be the top either, because of this right here. So that means D or C have to be the top. And it can't be C. So it has to be D.
Here's my answer. I knew it!
I legit, rotated my head to try and figure that out. You got it. D is indeed up. When you look carefully at the stack from each angle, you can see which blocks would be pulled down by gravity. With the exception of D at the top, all the other positions would have falling blocks. Yes, the boy is quite bright. We all know that. But what does that have to do with anything? I'm getting there. But first a question. I have a pen in my pocket that's either red or blue. Which is it? What a terribly uncharacteristic query for you to make. There's no logic for me to work through. I'm not a mind reader and I refuse to guess blindly. How can I solve your puzzle without a single hint? So in other words, you have no idea what color the pen in my pocket is. Of course not. That's funny. Oh. Luke, what would happen if you removed the bottom row of blocks to the structure I showed you? The rest of the blocks would fall down, I suppose? That's right. Those blocks in the middle of the structure don't float in midair. Only by resting on the blocks beneath can those blocks stay elevated. If you were really me, you would have lived through this very moment before. Therefore, you should know exactly what color the pen in my pocket is. Given your answer, I can only assume your memory of that crucial event has vanished. But remember those blocks. Each sits on top of the next. When you remove one, everything on top of it comes tumbling down. It all makes sense now! So, out with it already. What color is the pen in your pocket? There was never any pen to begin with.
I had a feeling you were behind this, Dr. Stun Gun. Or, should I say, Dimitri Allen?
An impressive deduction. Does anything ever get past you, Herschel?
I'm sorry, who? Future Layton. Dr. Stungun! The future Layton turns out to be Dmitri Allen, the famous scientist renowned for his research in time travel technology. Oh, I thought we already knew that. My bad. Dr. Stungun is really Dmitri Allen, one of the scientists involved in a time machine explosion 10 years ago. Right. I remember now.
Herschel.
I remember now. That was part of the thing we read from when we talked to the come on, I can't remember his name. The inspector.
So you're the one who's been kidnapping scientists under my name. But why?
Have you ever tried to build a time machine by yourself? It's a Herculean task. And by pinning the blame on you, I could disguise myself as one of the poor scientists who vanished. Conveniently, that also provided an excellent way to lure you here. After all, the virtuous Herschel Layton would never stand by as someone sullied his good name.
Oh, really? A plot twist is incoming. I like the sound of that.
Sure enough, you came running. And faster than expected at that.
There must be a reason why he wants to go after Layton. There's some sort of personal grudge he has against him.
You're a real lowlife, you know that?
So why me? You could have chosen anyone to be the scapegoat.
Oh no, it had to be you. You see, you play a critical part in the completion of my time machine. Or rather, your memories do.
What are you saying?
The best part is that I've already got what I need from you.
Of course. So that strange device.
That thing he put on his eyes?
Finally catching on, eh? Those glasses you put on were a cognitive capture unit of my own design.
Are you telling me you copied Layton's brain? Can I get a copy?
In layman's terms, a memory recorder.
But what use could you possibly have for my memories?
Why, they provide me with data, of course. Your memories contain all the information I need to recreate that fateful day's experiment.
Which day?
The day I lost everything that mattered to me.
I still don't understand what you're getting at.
I'd imagine you know quite a bit about loss yourself, Herschel. Think, man. I'm talking about Claire.
Claire.
As you know, time travel is based on movement through wormholes. One end of the wormhole is anchored in the present. But every wormhole also needs a point of origin. And to find this point of origin, one needs data. Both you and Bill had substantial interactions with Claire on the day of the accident.
Everything is linked to Claire. Every single person who had memories, or strong memories and strong connections to Claire, is what he's using to get the wormhole back in time so he can save her. At least that's my guess.
Using your memories of those interactions, I will triangulate the point right before her death.
Or what he just said, exactly one line after I figured it out. God damn it! And thank you for the follow, Kabuto. Kabuter. I still don't know what the hell your name's supposed to be, I'm sorry.
Of course, finding a wormhole's point of origin is no easy task. If my calculations were even the slightest bit off, I could be trapped. Forever.
Then why take the risk? What do you stand to gain?
Claire's life?
Everything. You see, like you, Herschel, I loved Claire.
So you intend to travel back through time and save her?
Okay, if you really had such a noble goal, why didn't you just ask Layton for help? Because I have a feeling he would probably try. Unless he had some sort of concern about time travel. But still! It means little known. Oh, interesting.
Surely you wouldn't stop me. After all, haven't you wished for this yourself?
Nothing can excuse the kidnapping of all those scientists. Not even this, Dmitri.
You disappoint me. I had hoped a rational man like yourself would understand that the ends justify the means.
No, seriously, if you asked Layton in the beginning, Layton could have said, "Very well, but we will do this in an honorable way and ask for whatever help we can get." And you would probably get enough scientists on board because you're creating a legitimate time machine. You would have gotten volunteers from around the world. Really?
I don't see it that way.
Then what's your next move? Turn me into the police? I'd like to see you try.
You're mistaken in thinking I came here to report you to the authorities. I'm here to put an end to the schemes of the man who dragged my good name through the dirt. Huh, that's a lovely sentiment, Herschel. But you seem to have forgotten one key detail. The towering pagoda is my stronghold, and that means you're on my turf. I have more than enough men here to overpower you. Look here. What? Is this another puzzle battle? This 18th century relief illustrates our situation perfectly. It displays two warring factions of 5 troops. The stars indicate the strength of each troop. Your side is more or less accurately represented by the red, and mine by the gray. It should be fairly clear to you who the victor will be. The gray side has more powerful troops. There's no way red could win. Exactly. Your apprentice has a good head on his shoulders, Herschel. Personally, I think it's a bit premature to praise him in this case, Dimitri. From what I can see, our troops wouldn't lose the fight, provided the battle is fought one-on-one. It sounds to me like you simply don't wish to admit defeat. If you believe it possible, prove it. Each troop will engage on one troop from the other side in one-on-one combat. Pair each of your red troops against one of the opposing gray forces. Your troops are marked in the icon with the icon Professor Layton. The strength of each troop is represented by the number of stars in the banner. Arrange your forces so that the red side avoids defeat. When you're ready to submit your answer, click tab. I'm sorry, what? Do I just have to have the majority win? And do I win if it's even? No, that still isn't even close. Huh. If I win when it's even, this works. This would be a draw. There. Each side wins 2 fights, loses 2 fights, and ties 1. It's a perfect draw. Of course! What the red side lacks in strength of troops, it makes up with strategy. Your logic has impressed me once again.
Very nicely done, Herschel.
Give it up, Dimitri!
Give it up? Oh, no. I'm just getting started.
Oh, it's Bill.
What's that? Oh. Bill Hawks.
As you can see, my hostage here is something of a big shot. So I wouldn't try anything funny if I were you.
You're a monster!
Oh no.
Missing leader. Prime Minister Bill Hawks, who was unaccounted for after the time machine accident, is discovered by Professor Layton in future London. Abducted by Dimitri, the Prime Minister is now being held prisoner. Will the heroes be able to rescue him? Oh no, we're trapped!
I hate to disappoint you, but it seems you've failed to ensnare the genuine article.
Is this why he disappeared? Oh god, did he create a fake Layton? What the hell?
Professor? How'd you get there?
Just what is going on here? Why are there 2 of you?
He didn't use time travel somehow, did he?
Which one is the real professor?
Because I'm still not 100% convinced time travel is real, okay? I'm resisting this plot point.
What?
Oh no!
Don Paolo?
If he's in here,
Then where's the real professor?
this is getting far too complicated.
Okay, this is one of those times where I'm really disappointed I don't have a face cam, because I'm pretty sure my jaw just hit the freaking desk. How the hell did he get Don Paolo of all people to agree to this? Oh man.
Yeah, what's going on?
Every single game, Don Paolo has to show up in some disguise.
Take note, Luke. A true gentleman never plays his ace in the hole until absolutely necessary.
Hey, Layton, here's an idea for you. Why don't you quit it with the lectures and get me out of here?
Help us, Professor!
Be patient, Luke. I just need to find a way past this lock.
Puzzle number 96, the right button, 40 picarettes. Okay, the cell door will open if you simply press the right button. Here's how to find it. Think of the buttons as squares on a grid. From wherever you start, move from one square to another in the direction directed by each symbol. Star means go left, moon means go right, sun means go down, and a drop of water means go up. There's only one button you can start from to reach all the others by following the buttons below. Push that button and click submit. Oh, goody. And I can start from any button. Alright, so I guess the key here is to find which button, which symbol, if you were to push it, goes off the edge. And make sure that's the last one you push, so you go backwards from there. Moon, I'll go right. This one goes up, this one goes left, this one goes up, this one goes left, left, down, right, down. Okay, so it's not that simple. Down. None of them push you off the edge. Darn. I don't want to just pick an arbitrary one. There has to be some sort of logic that makes this easier. Work out what the path looks like first. Oh, I think I just accidentally found it.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Well, that's what I get for picking an arbitrary
Just
one.
as I suspected.
Actually, the key was just to make the path, and whenever it starts to loop in on itself, you go backwards and just keep working from there. So picking an arbitrary one was actually the right solution. Once you realize that all the squares are leading you to the same endpoint, the start is easy to figure out. See? That's exactly what I figured out on accident. It would seem the tables have turned on you, Dimitri. Given your penchant for logical thinking, I'd say you're deluded about the current situation. Look around you. In case you haven't noticed, you're deep within the family's headquarters. I need only say the word, and my men will come rushing to my aid. You underestimate me, Dimitri. Do you think I'd be so naive as to set foot in your base without a plan of my own? Meaning? This building is fascinating in its complexity. I saw plenty of spots. Thank you for the follow. You know what? I need to move that notification because I can't actually read it, so give me just a sec. Put you over here, notification. Actually, put you over here. I didn't actually see who that was, but thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. I saw plenty of spots where one might conceal a trap or the like. On my way here, I set up a few diversions of my own. Call for your henchmen if you like. Of course, Layton would find a way to turn this entire pagoda into his. I imagine most of them will have their hands full with that for at least a few more minutes. Huh. Clever, Herschel. Very clever. Come on, boss! We gotta run! It seems I must concede defeat today. But this is far from over. I look forward to seeing you when our paths cross next. They're much faster than I imagined. There's no chance of us catching them. Oh no. What's wrong? Dimitri and his men managed to abscond with the Prime Minister in the midst of all the commotion. Damn it. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Dimitri's activated an alarm. Family members from the area are going to flood this place before long. There's a distinct possibility we may have to fight our way out of the towering pagoda. But didn't you take care of Dimitri's henchmen on the way in, Professor? Not quite, I'm afraid. With what few diversions I managed to set up will only buy us a few more minutes. The path we took on the way is most likely swarming with family thugs now. Our only hope is to find some sort of emergency escape route. Dimitri is a prudent man. He may have one hidden in this room somewhere. We must search this place thoroughly. Did I find it? We're in luck. We found a hidden puzzle. Oops. Puzzle number 151, a difference of 39, worth 15 picarets. Touching the squares on the scoreboard below will turn them from white to green. Both sides currently display 58, but Luke and Professor Layton are planning to each touch one square and create two different numbers. The difference between the two numbers will be 39. What are those numbers? Okay. That'll turn it to 68. And if you make 68 to get 39 difference, you would need to be 29. But I can't make 29. Do that, make 50. Make a difference 39, I can't do that. Alright, so 98. And 59. 98 and 59. Wow! Way to go, game! That almost had it, game.
This one's as good as solved. Phew, that's a relief.
Correct. One side will be 98, and the other will be 59. There's nothing like the sense of accomplishment that finishing a good puzzle brings. That wasn't what we were trying to look for, Layton! It's obviously on the desk somewhere. Aha! There's a trapdoor here! I'm glad my hunch was right. This is our ticket out of here. Ugh, this stairwell is awfully narrow. And there's more than one path. Which way do we go, Layton? Look, there's a map here that charts out the network of tunnels below us. Let me see. My, this is a bit of a tangled mess, isn't it? I don't remember what voice I gave Don Paolo in the last game. Puzzle number 97, a blind escape, worth 30 picarets. In the dark maze of tunnels below, you can't turn unless you hit a wall. Following this rule, you need to reach the goal without taking the same path twice or running into any dead ends. Which route would you take? That'll be a dead end, so I'd have to go here. Bam. Bam, dead end. So we don't want to take that path at all. Erase all. So this way's a no-no. Going up is no. Oh, I think I goofed up. Yeah, I goofed up. I thought I could do something else. Yep. Okay, can't do that. I don't need the memo function. This will work fine. There we go.
Let's see if I've got this right.
That was one of those
Well, that's settled.
work the puzzle backwards kind of things. Your escape, you found a way out. Just work it backwards to a certain point, work it forwards from a certain point, and you'll eventually figure your way out. The passages below are too narrow for all of us to move through at the same time. If we wish to get out of here quickly, we'll need to split up in 2 groups. I don't like it, but it seems we have no choice. Now who should I take with me? You always get to be the gentleman. This time let me escort the young lady. You mean the young lady you disguised yourself as before? I don't know if she'll be happy with that. Sorry, but I'd prefer you coming with me, Don Paolo. Very well then, Flora and I will break off. Luke, you go with the professor and help him keep an eye on Don Paolo. Little Luke, trade with me. I want to be in the professor's group. Flora, we'll see each other soon enough. Go with Big Luke and we'll meet back at the hotel. Alright, our groups are set. Let's get moving. Ouch! What did I just run into? Let me guess. A wall? Let me feel. This might actually be a door. Oh yeah, it is! Here's a handle here! Ew! Great. Now where are we? We're at the bottom of an emergency stairwell. There should be a way out of the building here somewhere. Trap to keep intruders out? No, I'm pretty sure it's just an entrance to the sewer. There's another coin. There we are. This door should take us outside. Well, look at that. We made it out. The family is bound to have men in the vicinity. We need to put some distance between us and the pagoda. Distance it is. Oh, hey, we have Peridot with
I
us.
still don't understand why Don Paolo's here. Can someone please explain that to me?
Always with the questions. Won't you put a lid on it for a few minutes, you brat?
I most certainly will not.
Honestly, you two, would you please stop bickering? You're on the same side.
Yeah, explain that to me.
And while I'm getting things off my chest, why the heck did I have to play the decoy who gets caught?
Come now, Paul. It wasn't that bad. Your role was certainly the more exciting one.
Are we naming him Paul now?
Professor, you still haven't explained what happened back there.
I knew we'd be monitored from the moment we stepped foot inside the pagoda. So I wanted to make sure we had at least one trick up our collective sleeve. Don Paolo, master of deception and disguise, seemed like the perfect man to employ for the task.
Okay, so before we move on, here's what I'm assuming. He went to the past, or the present, I guess, to go get Don Paolo and then came back. However, my theory is that we're not actually time traveling, but we're using some sort of either underground railway or something weird to go to a different location entirely, and this isn't actually London. For that theory to make sense, there would have to be a ton of travel time between when Layton goes back to the present to get Don Paolo and when he got here. If the case is that he managed to get Don Paolo traveling through time and then come back immediately, because he wasn't gone very long, then my theory isn't sound, and I might have to finally give up and assume that time travel's a real thing. Again, don't confirm, deny anything, folks. I want the game to tell me. I'm resisting, and this might be another hole in my argument.
You two are friends? That's the first I've heard of this.
That too.
Ha! Don't get it confused, kid. I'm no friend of his. We both want answers to the same questions, so we decided to work together. That's all.
Wait. Did Don Paolo know Claire?
When did this start?
Tell me, Luke, when we visited Dr. Schrader, did anything he said strike you as strange?
No, maybe not. Must be some other question.
No, not really.
It was his greeting that made me suspicious.
Huh?
Who's that? Oh, it's you, Herschel. And little Luke.
Little
Sure,
Luke.
I remember it. But what of it?
He shouldn't have said little Luke. Luke is older now. Why would he think Luke was still little if this was the future?
He didn't seem terribly surprised to see little Luke, did he?
Oh, of course. In the future, I'm not a kid anymore. But the doctor didn't even notice.
Precisely.
That means Dr. Schrader was...
Don Paulo in disguise, yes.
Of course it was! That means Don Paulo was working for them somehow? He's working with older Luke, who's a fake Luke, which I've already guessed that much at least, I hope. Again, no confirm deny. I don't have solid evidence for most of these claims yet.
So you knew he was a fake before he even said 4 sentences? Wow, you're good, Professor.
That planted the seed of doubt, though I didn't confirm my suspicion until much later.
That means my theory about time travel not being real is still solid, because Don Paulo was already here. He didn't have to travel anywhere to go find him. Yes, alright.
Did Don Paulo pose as anyone else?
That's also a good question.
Yes, he did a bit of spying on us as Dean Del Mona when we met him last. From the moment I laid eyes on him, it was obvious we were dealing with an imposter.
Amazing. How did you know?
His white hair gave it away.
But white hair seems perfectly natural on a man his age.
Not if he wears a wig. He let me in on his secret some time ago. He's been bald for ages.
That's why the Dean was here! Every single one of those characters that should not have been in this time or this area was Don Paulo! That makes so much sense! And that keeps my theory is now sounder than ever. Yes! Alright!
Don Paulo mistakenly selected a white wig to show how much Dean Del Mona had aged.
That's why Layton was like, that was the pause that Layton had when we first saw the Dean. He noticed the wig and was like, something was off. And, damn it, Layton!
Wow, nice work there, Professor.
Unfortunately, I do have a criticism for that. Anytime they have a mystery game like this, and the characters have more information than the players do, I don't like that as much. It's good for showing some interesting, unexpected twists, but if we never knew that he was bald, then that was an assumption we could never have figured out until now. Which is, I kind of like being able to figure out the mystery before the game tells you. But that's okay. Minor complaint. This is still a great game.
Shortly after that, I confronted Don Paulo and had him tell me everything. It seems Dmitri had been paying him quite handsomely to make sure we headed toward the pagoda. I filled Don Paulo in on all the strange happenings we've witnessed here, and then I requested his assistance in solving this mystery.
Well, that all makes sense, I suppose. But the part I still don't get is why Don Paulo decided he wanted to help us. After all, this is the fellow who tried to run us over with a Ferris wheel.
That's a thing that happened, yes.
That's none of your business, brat.
Hey, call me a brat again and just see what happens.
It was Claire, Luke. It all had to do with Claire.
The woman Dmitri was talking about?
So Don Paulo is linked to Claire.
Claire was my girlfriend back when I was just starting my academic career. She was a researcher who worked in the same laboratory as Dmitri.
Oh no, so she...
Yes. The last time I saw her, she was on her way to the lab the day of that massive explosion.
I kind of gathered that much.
The oddest thing is that the accident received very little media coverage. It's clear someone with a lot of influence was suppressing information about the incident. I did everything I could to research the matter on my own. My efforts were largely fruitless.
I had no idea.
It's likely that Dimitri feels he is to blame for Claire's death. His obsession with going back in time seems like a twisted version of atonement.
What a terribly sad story. But what does it have to do with Don Paolo?
What does it have to do with Don Paolo? How is he linked to Claire? And how are we going to stop Dimitri? Find out after the break. Just get up, stretch, whatever you need to do to be able to keep watching comfortably, and I will be right back.